What do you see as the difference in this one, Mitch?
I thought we created a lot offensively. They did a good job blocking a lot of shots. We weren't able to get a lot through. They transitioned well on us and made some great plays and scored off it.
How difficult is it to see a goal kind of taken away offside in certain terms of how inches that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's how the game goes sometimes. So, we didn't let it frustrate us as a line. We felt good about what we were doing tonight, especially in that first, and then just carried it on. So, we didn't want to let it bring us down. I thought we did a good job of not letting it bring us down. We just stuck with our game plan. We had a lot of good looks. We just weren't able to capitalize.
Take us how you saw Auston for his 10th goal there, in that play.
Yeah, just saw, kind of had time and tried to shrink the zone as much as I could. I tried to pump fake, and luckily enough got two guys to bite on it, and saw Auston kind of flare out to the side there. So I had one-timers on both sides. I think the pass to Auston was just a little easier than the one to Willie, so lucky enough he was able to put it in.
And on the Knies goal, I'm assuming you're shooting for the tip there?
Yeah, I mean, him and Tone do such a good job of getting around that net and getting their stick open and free. And for me as a player up there, I'm just trying to find a way to, sift one in for those two to try to get a stick on it. And I mean, they've done a great job at it. So, we practice it quite a bit as well. So it's a great tip by Knies, and knew he was there to try to kind of, like I said, float it into him.
What makes Maritz such a difficult opponent to go against?
He brings some size. Obviously uses his body well. Give him time and space, he makes a great play. Good outlets, gets up the ice well, creates offense for their team, and obviously helps them out defensively. So, he's came into his own.
What did you make of how Joseph performed for you guys in goal today?
I thought he played great. A couple of those he really had no chance on. So, it sucks when you see something like that go that way, especially when he makes some big saves beforehand.
What's the challenge? 5 o'clock start tomorrow, like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
What, as a player, how do you deal with that?
Back to junior hockey, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Just try to get as much recovery as you can here tonight with whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, and then obviously try to get to sleep as quick as you can when we get home tonight. Kind of do your own thing throughout the day tomorrow, and just be ready for a game.
And what do you make of this game, and what do you think was the difference in the result?
I thought it was a good effort for the most part tonight. Just thought little breakdowns that just can't really happen, on our side that they capitalized on, and maybe not enough. I feel like we had the puck a lot tonight, but maybe not enough, stuff towards their net. So they blocked a lot of shots. They got in lanes, but I think we just got to do a better job of getting more pucks to the net. The goals that we did score tonight. The second one, obviously, just getting guys to the net, tips. I thought we could have done a better job of that.
Did you have any sense that you were offside on Mitch's goal that got called back in real time?
No.
What do you make of Mitch's play there, and what does it do for the confidence on the power play for you to get one, but also for that unit to get on?
Yeah, it was a great play. I thought the first time around we weren't, very detailed, and I thought the second time around I thought we had better looks, better execution. And obviously, he made a great play, hanging on to the puck. I think the PK just kind of collapsed inwards, and they're just trying to find a spot for him to give me the puck, and he did.
What goes through your mind when the blade comes out of your foot and you're kind of careening there towards the boards?
Yeah, it's never happened to me, but obviously, you see it every once in a while, and I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I was a little bit mixed up. Luckily Cabra was there to get me back to the bench, but definitely not something that I don't think's happened to me before. But it is what it is. Just kind of one of those freak plays.
Did you know it was your blade that was gone?
I knew it was my blade the second he passed it off my skate, because when I went to plan, I felt it come out, and then I went to plan, and I fell and went right into the boards. So I knew the blade came out. I just didn't know what to do after that. So a good learning experience probably.
Just talking about your goal, what is it like watching Mitch do his thing? You talk a lot about the patterns that occur in the game, and I imagine that was...
Yeah, I was just trying to get open, and like I said, the PK kind of collapsed inwards, and he had a lot of time, rolling up there in the slot, so I just tried to find an opening for him, because he's obviously a guy that can get you the puck in those areas.
The difference here tonight,
Yeah, it was a tight game. I thought Husso played a great game. We had some good chances and couldn't capitalize, and props to him for playing a good game. And it comes down to one goal, and like to try to get one of the last two and maybe give us a chance. But it is what it is.
It was busy in that first period, but what went through your mind when Petrie came careening right into just the collision?
Yeah. I do remember that. It happens quick, and I think he was pushed. I didn't really think too much of it, honestly. It was honestly just trying to brace so I don't get hurt.
All right, but in that situation when you're getting up, are you just kind of feeling everything's okay?
Yeah, I was good. Puck was getting out of the zone, so I just took it slow.
What goes through your mind when you see Auston use his skate blade the way they did?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm getting pulled off. It's a weird play. I think it happened. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I thought it happened to Dostal last game where he lost his blade, and it's a weird play because like when it happens to you, it's confusing for like a second or two. You don't know what's going on, but yeah, it was good. We got him off.
What's been the last 48 hours for you? Like obviously without Stolarz here, and then at that point, kind of just focusing on maybe an increased workload. Like do you try to not think about the short-term, long-term future, like knowing that you could be leaned on a little bit more than maybe you expected?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to take it day by day, and that's something I've learned to play in this league. It's very important to keep a very short-term memory. I think you can, or short-term focus, and I think you can have a bit of looking into the future in terms of how you take care of yourself and stuff like that. But your attention needs to be pretty day to day, and obviously, all the support and hope that he gets better as quickly as possible. And at the other end of it, just focus on doing my job and being prepared for whatever the team needs.
From the preparation, you've always kind of not taken the optional stance when you're starting, but is it just kind of more of that kind of stuff in terms of preserving yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I typically don't do the skates if we have practice the day before, and I think it's important to rest, and everyone has their different things that they've come gotten to accustomed to playing in the league. So I think, just getting rest when you can is important.
What has stood most to you about Hilda in the time that you've spent with him?
He's pretty big, but no, he's a really good guy, and I think that all the goalies we have in our organization are really good dudes, and I think that's important because it's you're competing for the net, but at the end of the day, you're all on the same team, and you're all trying to win for the team, and it's important to have guys that are bought into that.
How much more relaxed were you after you had a couple of games in your belt? Like he got those 2 games in October.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's more comfortable for him coming in this situation now, having played and having had a couple of weeks up and with the lifestyle of the change of the American League to the NHL. So, he seems more comfortable, and
Can't remember, did you have like a call-up, backup NHL experience before you started, or were you just right away starting back when you were playing that game in the Island?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Right. You played the Island second game.
I did, yeah. I think, I'm pretty sure I wasn't thrust right into it.
Right.
I think I probably backed up a few games. Truthfully, I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure I backed up.
Last year.
Just being around the team, I think is what's important. Getting comfortable around the guys and stuff, and comfortable with the day to day.
What did you see as the difference here tonight, Matthew?
I think we got a lot of ozone time, but I think we just didn't get enough shots on net. Didn't create a lot of loose pucks around the net, and kind of made his job easy. I think that was the difference there.
What did you see on your goal?
Yeah, I think we ran a good face-off play, and Mitchie got in the middle, and he was looking for sticks on that shot, and just kind of got to get loose and free up myself so I can tip that puck, and unfortunately went in.
In that first goal, did you think at the time you might have been offside when you were carrying the puck in the one that was taken away back?
No, we honestly had no idea. We weren't thinking about it at all. So.
On your goal there, is that kind of the mindset of the approach that could be critical for this team? There's how that goal came about getting pucks on top and through traffic.
Yeah, I mean, we got some good D, and we just want to get the pucks through, and the more we can create havoc around the net, the better. I think we can dominate teams below the goal line and around the net. So the more we can get it there, the better.
What goes through your mind when you see Auston lose a blade there at speed, no less?
Yeah, I think we just had to control the puck. It's tough when he's down the ice, and I'm not sure who it was, but we made a great play by pushing him down to the bench, and it's kind of unfortunate, and it's weird. It was weird.
Has that ever happened to you?
It has not, fortunately. Knock on wood, it hasn't. So.
make of how Joseph performed for you guys in goal today?
Really good. He made the stops that he needed to, and I think we need to do a better job in front of him. And I think we took too much penalties and kind of gave up, a lot of seam plays and a lot of good scoring chances that make it difficult for him. So we just had to be better in front of him.
What do you do to prepare, like puck drops at 5 p.m., like less than 24 hours between games here?
Yeah, ice bath, protein shake, and get right back after it.
Is the difference in this one?
Made 2 mistakes on 2 goals that we don't need to make them. That's, got to be better on a couple of those plays. I thought we competed hard, had a lot of good things going on in the game. Got to finish better. We can't come out of the game 24 shots on net only, like whether it's missing net, blocked, whatever the case. Got to find a way to get those onto the net more. Yeah. Defensively, we could have been better tonight.
Yeah. On the defensive mistakes, do you address that with the players right away, or you just assume they know?
Well, no, we go over it, go over between periods too. That's a good rush team, and they scored 2 goals off the rush tonight. Got to be better.
Is that part of the message in that second intermission when the goal that gives them the lead is scored?
Yeah, and that's just a situational play for me with 1:28 left in the period, and we can't give up a goal there. That's just can't do it. Can't do it. Sorry. That's we got to be better.
Just the way the Knies goal unfolded, I wonder, is that kind of the recipe for maybe more?
Well, and with the goalie out, I mean, we have a clear lane, and before we took the time out, and I just, we have numbers at the net, and we don't shoot the puck there, and it's little things, but right now, like, we got to fix them. We got to fix them.
Does it give a lift for the team to see Matthews get on the board and power play?
Yeah, no, I thought the power play looked good. It was good to see him score one. And the other thing is, like, we take 2 penalties in the third period. It's tough.
What did you make of Joseph Woll's game?
He was good. He made a couple of them saves, where, there's nothing he can do on them. He made a couple, and then they get another whack at it. So, those are the mistakes I'm talking about. He was solid, gave us a chance to win.
Do you try and rest a couple of guys that you have on the
Well,
roster?
we got numbers here, so we're going to look at the lineup for tomorrow, and we'll make a couple decisions. Yeah.
What do you do when there's such a quick turnaround? Do you start looking at Buffalo on the plane ride back, or do you just go over this one still? Like, how do you manage your time?
For me, I focus on our team a lot. I'll look at the tape, look at the chances, just look at situation stuff. Buffalo, that's all being taken care of too. But I'm going to focus on our team.